Japan, turn 7, Operation Cupid. So for our production, we're going to buy 1 destroyer, 1 bomber, 3 artillery, 2 transports, and 7 infantry. So we have a total of 67 IPCs. There's the math there. Thank you. So we have quite a few combats this turn. So the first combat we're going to do is in Burma. We're going to be sending in, let's make this simple. For Yunnan, we're going to be sending in 2 infantry from Shan State. So we're moving 2 infantry in there. And then the rest of the infantry are all going to, and everything actually is going to be moving into Burma. Down here in Malaya, we're going to be sending a fighter, and that's going to attack this transport. So that's it has 2 movement left. We are also going to be sending in this fighter into Yunnan. So that's going to have 3 movement left. I find a 3 on here. Here in China, we're going to be sending a tank and a mech from Chawar into Yunnan. We are going to be sending in 2 tanks from a tank and a mech. We'll make it 2 tanks from Kiangsu to Hopei. And we're going to be sending in 2 tanks from Anhui and doing a blitz from Quichao into Senshi. And we're also going to be sending in this infantry from Xikang into Shensi. We're going to be sending this mech from Kiangsu into Shuangtung. I don't think I can blitz. Okay, so I'm going to have to redo this. Sorry, Hopei has to have the mech, and this tank itself will go into Jahal. I believe that's legal. We are going to be sending in 2 more. We're going to be sending in 3 infantry and an artillery to attack that artillery. And then on C-Zone 6, we're going to be sending in all these units which are in Japan. And then we're going to be sending in these 2 units from Manchuria. So the ones from Manchuria are going to have 2 movement left, and the ones from Japan are going to have 1. I'll mark that. Sorry, the ones from Japan are going to have 3 movement left. And then the ones from Manchuria are going to have 2 movement left. This transport in Japan is going to pick up these infantry, and they're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and drop them into Shuyan. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have 2 left for the transport. Down here, oh no, that's non-combat move. These destroyers are going to be moving, but they're in non-combat move. Just want to make sure I've captured all my combats. I don't think I'm doing anything with this dive bomber. Okay, I'm going to send The dive bomber is actually going to go into Yunnan, and the fighter is going to sit here on standby. Okay, so we moved in here. We're attacking the cavalry here. We're attacking there in Yunnan with the help of the paratroopers. We're just sitting tight in Kazakh. We're just going to sit in the pass here. Oh yes, and I have to send a destroyer in because the submarine, otherwise the planes can't find the submarine. So I just want to make sure I covered all that. Okay, so let's do our combats. First one we're going to do is Hope. So we've got a cavalry and we've got a tank and a mech coming in. So the tank here, and then the mech attacks at 1. So the tank is at 3, and the mech is at 1. And I miss, and the cavalry fires back. The cavalry misses. Fire again, I miss. The cavalry fires back and misses. I fire. This time I hit, and the cavalry hits as well. Those horses don't want to give up easily. They are Mongolians after all. Okay, so Hope is now Japanese. The next one is Yunnan. So we have a tank, a mech, 2 infantry versus 1 Mongolian. And out of respect for the Mongolians, I'm putting them on the board. So this time I have a tank, 2 infantry, and a mech coming in. And I do get 1 hit with the tank, and the Mongolian fires back, and they also get a hit. Okay, the one at Amur, I've got 3 infantry and an artillery versus an American artillery. So I got an infantry and artillery paired versus 1 American artillery. So that's 2 whites and 2. Oops, well, I did get a hit. All I needed was 1 hit. They get to fire back, and they also get a hit. So Amur is now Japanese. The transport dies automatically. Let's do the one in Yunnan. We've got a tactical coming in. We have 2 infantry against 2 Brits, so we can roll all that at the same time. So we've got 1 tactical, 2 infantry versus 2 British infantry. So the British score 1 hit. Doing it again this time. The British score 1 hit again, so unfortunately I was not successful in taking Yunnan. The British are still there in Yunnan. bomber will fly somewhere else. Okay, hopefully Burma's going to go better. I'm going to send my 4 tanks first at the unit in Burma. My 4 tanks score a hit, and the British fires back and misses. Okay, so save the big battle for last. I'll put that on right now. So I've got a Japanese destroyer coming in. I've got, there's an American battleship which has AA. There's a couple of transports, so they will actually get to shoot because there's 2 of them. There's 2 American destroyers and 1 American submarine. And I've got 8 jets and 2 tacticals which are paired. I've got 1 fighter for Okinawa, so he also takes 2 movement. Okay, so now we're going to do our attacks. So for the jets, 2, 4. Oh, we have to do the AA first. So the 3 AA coming in. Let's see if I can get my tripod in here and you can see this properly. Something's wrong with my tripod. Give me a second. Okay, there we go. Just have to get it in the right spot. I think you can see that now. So we have 3 AA coming in. 2 hits. Wow. Really good AA shots. Okay, that's 2 less jets. So instead of 8, I've got 6. And 2 tacticals. And a destroyer. So there we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And a destroyer. So I'm going to roll the first 5 jets. And I get 3 hits so far. And now I roll the last 3 in the destroyer. That's a total of 6 hits. So that's 6 hits. I think that's all I need, I think. Yeah, I think that's all. But of course they get to fire back. So they have a submarine, they have transports, they have 2 destroyers, and they have a battleship all firing. And they get 2 hits. Two hits from the naval force. So for the Jap, so 6 is a sub. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the Americans are destroyed, and I have to take 2 losses. So I'm going to take off 2 fighters. There we go. So very expensive for the Japanese, but we did take down the forces. Okay, so now we're going to do our non-combat. So we're going to move our destroyer from the Philippines 1, 2, 3 into the Coral Sea. We're going to move the other destroyer 1, 2, 3 into Sea Zone 56. This one here, 1, 2, 3, 4, lands in Dutch New Guinea. This one here lands in Java. And this one here lands in New Guinea as well, or Java, I should say. This one here it's going to go back. This one, dive bomber, start from French into China. 1, 2, 3. It's going to land in Anhui up there. This transport is going to go in Chahar. This transport here is going to pick up these 2 infantry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we're going to land on Borneo. So we have those units in Borneo. So these fighters here, let me put my destroyer back on. So I've got a destroyer in Sea of Japan. I'm going to land 3 fighters and a tactical. I'm going to have 2 tacticals and 2 fighters in Japan. And then these are going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm going to land 2 fighters on the carrier. So they were in Sea of Japan 1, 2, 3, 4. So the 2 fighters can land on that carrier. Just want to make sure I've got everything moved to where it needs to move. I think I've included everything. Okay, I'm just going to put my markers on so we don't miss anything. So we have Johor recaptured. We have Shenxi captured. We have Suyan captured. We have Hopei captured. We have Burma captured. Just give me a minute here. These can do a non-combat move. So that's going to move to Shan State. Both of them are going to move to Shan State. Okay, and oh yes, we need a counter up here and a mower. Now I'm going to put on the reinforcements. So we're going to put a destroyer in Sea of Japan along with 2 transports. We're going to put a air transport in Japan. We're going to put 2 artillery and an infantry in Korea, in that factory. We're going to put 1 infantry and 1 artillery in Malaya. We're going to put 1 infantry in Kiangsu. And then we're going to put the rest of the infantry in the Sea of Japan. In Japan. 4 infantry in Japan. So disposition of forces. In Burma, we have 4 tanks, 5, 6, 7 infantry, 1 artillery. In Shan State, we have 2 infantry. Malaya, we have an infantry and artillery. Java, we have an artillery and 2 fighters. Borneo, we have 2 infantry and a transport. Celebes, we have 1 infantry. Zone 56, we have 1 destroyer. New Guinea, we have a fighter and an infantry. In Coral Sea 54, we have a artillery. Caroline Islands, we have an infantry and an anti-aircraft. The Philippines, we have a carrier, 2 fighters, and we have an infantry in the Philippines. Kiangsu, we have 1 infantry. Anhui, we have 1 tactical. Hopei, we have 1 tank. In Shenxi, we have 2 tanks and an infantry. In Suiyan, we have a tank, a mech, and an infantry. And Chohar, we have a transport. Jahol, we have a tank. Manchuria, we have an infantry and an anti-aircraft. In Amur, we have 2 infantry and an artillery. In Korea, we have 2 artillery and an infantry. Sea of Japan, we have 2 transports, 2 destroyers. In Japan itself, we have 4 infantry. We have 2 fighters, 2 tacticals, and 1 bomber. In Hokkei, we have 1 infantry and 1 AA. And I believe that's it. So let's look at our points. So this is turn 7. I'll get back to you with the IPC count. Thank you.